Internet. In this video, we will show you how we install the steel fuel line from the new fuel tank all the way to the fuel pump, and also this flex line. Keep watching. Now, this video is part of the Jeep project playlist on Scott's Garage, where my father, Doug, and I have been doing a complete frame-off restoration of our 1946 Willys CJ2A. Now, let's get started. Okay, the only thing left is now the metal fuel line. And now that I have the correct metal gas tank, this metal line should fit correctly. I bought this a few years ago from Kaiser Willys Auto Supply. So how you put this in here is you snake it in through this bracket right here. And so this end goes to the gas tank. You just have to, again, kind of snake it in there. Like so. Now we're going to take it underneath and we're going to look at the gas tank side. And I'll be using this for all the connections, this anaerobic gasket maker. It does well with liquids and fuel, not for the threads. But I'm going to take it down there, and at this point I'm only going to hand tighten things. You want a little bit of movement in both brake lines and gas lines before you tighten them up. So let's go underneath. Okay, we are underneath. You can see the gas tank port right there. I probably could have centered the gas tank a little bit better. Here's the drain for the gas tank, but here's the outlet. And you can see where here is a place for a clamp, and I'll be putting a self-tapping screw eventually in there. Also, I went ahead and put the line in here, so there's cushion or whatever that is, some padding there. And it just goes to that clip to hold it out in place. You don't want anything interfering with the clutch here. So I have it pretty much in place, and I'm going to put some of that gasket stuff on the threads here. And you have to be very careful that you don't strip anything out. Square this up. I'm going to have to just kind of manipulate it a little bit so it's square on. And I'm just going to hand tighten right here. Okay, so nothing's tightened up yet. The fuel line goes this far. You can see, though, it's not long enough to get to the fuel pump. And a flex line is required. And the reason for the flex line is that this is a steel fuel line. And with the movement of the Jeep and stuff, you want something flexible with the motor, because things are flexing, and especially if you are in four-wheel drive and that you need a little bit of flex in the line. And this is the original flex line, and you can see that it's all cracked and needs to be replaced. And I have actually a problem to solve here too. So the problem that I have is that this CJ2A, the line here, as far as the thread count and the tubing, this is a 7/16 24 count thread for this fitting, and this is an inverted flare fitting. And likewise, the original flex hose would fit that. However, the thread going into the fuel pump is larger. This is actually 1/2 inch, and I think it's 20 count threads. I didn't realize this when I installed the fuel pump, but when I pulled the engine and painted the engine, I installed this fuel pump, and I put it on these 90s. You put it on before you install the fuel pump, especially this one. You have to take the fuel pump off to change these 90s out. I didn't realize it, but the 90s here is the larger thread count, so 1/2 inch 20, and again, these are 7/16 24. Also, years ago, I bought this flex line, didn't realize that this is actually for the military Jeep. It just so happens, though, that it's the same size as what's on here. So I am going to use this. It's a nice looking flex hose, but I had the problem solve. And what I came up with was this. So I bought 2 of these, and these are 7/16 24 inverted female to 1/2 inch 20 count inverted male. And what that means is that I can basically put these in here and they fit, and then this is the output, so this will be another steel line that goes to the carburetor. But now I have to put it, there's a second one here. So you can see it here. And it goes in here. And this line attaches there. But then I have the problem of this shorter distance. So what I came up with is this. I bought this, and this is both a brake line or a fuel line. Since this is a low pressure fuel system, it works for both. And this is the copper nickel line, which is easy to work with. And so this is the larger size. So this is the 1/2 inch 20 count, and it does fit in there. But what I have to do is shorten this. So I have a flare tool kit, and I'm going to cut it here and basically create a very short tube that I'll be able to run from there to there and then hook this up to there. Okay, this is my flaring tool kit that I bought at Harbor Freight Tool, and I've already marked it, the distance. I need to cut it right there, and I'll use this to cut it. Tube cutter, so you just get it in the right location and you tighten it and you just turn it. It's going to crease the line, and then you tighten it more, turn it, tighten it more, turn it. There it is. Next, I want to deburr this a little bit, and this kit has this to do that, so just deburring it. Now this is important. You have to put these on the connectors here. So I'm going to go like that, and then this one like so. Then you use this clamp, and this is the tubing itself is 5/16, and there's some shavings in there I need to get out. There we go. So one side is for metric, the other side is for standard, and we're going to temporarily just put this in there, and I'll get the right height here in just a second. And then I'm not going to tighten yet because you have to adjust the height. Okay, the only size that fits is the 5/16. It doesn't seem like it's big enough, but it's the next size up, which is 3/8, is too big. So what you do is you set the height with the same as the thickness of the insert there, the adapter. Okay, so that's correct. And you want to tighten these. Double check that. That's perfect. And then what we're going to do is you put that in there, and then we're going to take, this is called an A-frame. Okay, that's how that fits. And then I'm just going to tighten it until this goes all the way flush. Okay, using the flaring tool kit, I was able successfully to make a short little tube here. It looks good, and let's go hook it up. Make sure everything fits. Beautiful. Okay, so I got everything tightened up. Below the gas tank, I didn't film that, but everything up here as well. I also got the fuel line in from the pump to the carburetor. And what I'm going to do now is secure the places where there are these clips. So one of them is right here, and there's one down below as well. And for this, I'm simply using one of the original little straight edge screws and nuts. Okay, here it is. I personally like how it looks. I like the look of the flex line. It just looks more industrial and heavy duty. Please let me know what you think, if you like how it looks. And also those who are experts on the Willys, and especially the military and the CJ2, if you think this is going to work, stepping it up from 7/16 to ½ inch, or if you think it's problematic, let me know as well in the comments. All right, so Dad's joined me here, and we got everything installed. And what we're going to do now is we're going to test for leaks. So I put a little ice cream plastic container underneath where the fuel line attaches here. So we're going to remove the cap. I'm going to put in some gas. We're going to check for leaks. Dad, can you remove that gas cap? Okay. And if you could stand back, and I'll get this. I'm not necessarily a fan of the new type of how they do these gas cans now, but let's see here. There we go. All right, that should do it.
Looks like there's no leaks in there.
Yeah, no leaks. All right, so we're good to go. Voila, there it is. The fuel line installed, no leaks. The flex hose, which is a step up, this is a little bit bigger than what was recommended for the CJ2A. So this is actually for the military Jeep, but I made it work. No leaks. Now, I will wait until we turn over the engine to get the pump to work and everything in prime. But I hope you got some value from installing the fuel line on the CJ2A. If you got any value at all from our video, please give us a like. It costs you nothing, but it's a great value to us. And as always, have a great day.